This presentation will cover the 36-hour rule, long night hours and the way they are calculated, and changes that are going to be made to the way those hours are calculated. Long hours are defined as any hours worked in excess of 12 continuous hours in any 24-hour period. This usually applies to BFM and AFM authorised drivers only. Night hours are any hours worked in between midnight and 6 a.m. The 36-hour rule is a term used to assist drivers in managing the risk of working long hours in combination with night shifts. The table below summarises a 14-day period for a driver. Calculating long night hours. Night hours and long hours worked each day are added across, are highlighted in red. On day 1 in the example below, the driver worked a total of 13 hours, including 5 night hours and 1 long hour. The 5 night hours and 1 long hour are added together to total the long night hours, equaling 6 accumulated long night hours for the period. Calculating accumulated night and long hours. The numbers highlighted in blue show a 7-day period, days 1 to 7, and how a driver can reach 36 hours very quickly in working nights and long days, as shown below. In this example, the driver reaches 36 hours in only 6 days and must take a rest break. It is important to remember your total long night hours are accumulated over a 7-day period. For example, if you want to know your total hours on day 10, you would need to add the total long night hours worked over the previous 7 days, including day 10. So what changes or alterations have been made? Quite simply, any hours worked between midnight and 6 a.m. will now only be counted as night hours, not a combination of long and night hours. In the example below, I have assumed that the driver is doing a Longreach to Toowoomba run. They depart Longreach at or around midday on day 1. The driver has a 30-minute rest break from 17:30 to 1800 and another rest break from 21:45 hours to 22:30, and they arrive back in Toowoomba at 02:45 hours, giving the driver a total of 14 hours work in that period. As the driver's trip finished at or before 05:30 in the morning, as a result, the long hours are not counted. So in this period of time, there are only 2 hours and 45 minutes of night hours have been accrued and will be calculated. The change comes from here. Long or night hour work time is any work time outside of the period midnight to 6 a.m. that is in excess of 12 hours of work in a 24-hour period, or any work time between midnight and 6 a.m. or the equivalent hours in the time zone of the base of a driver. Quite simply, you will no longer be working 2 1/4 hours of night hours and 2 1/4 hours or 3/4 hours of long hours to accumulate both. They will only be counted as night hours between midnight and 6 a.m. But you must remember that once you kick off again after 6 a.m. in the morning, your long hours will start accruing at that point in time.